So we have arrived here at the largest room in the entire Caverns. This is the room we like to call fittingly TitansTemple, as it is 55 feet from the riverbed all the way up to the ceiling. Now, what would the biggest room be without the biggest stalagmite? So here we have our beautiful Chinese pagoda. Now the Chinese pagoda originally formed over by those Rocky Mountains that we just saw. However, when workers were reopening this cave in 1927 to tourists after we purchased it back from that cement company, they found this there and they carried it here by hand as they thought this was so nice that everyone had to see it, and it was propped up in the same position where it stands today. Now it's so impressive that it's 11 feet tall by 4 feet wide because calcite itself takes 100 years to form 1 square inch, well cubic inch rather, of the material. So imagine about a small bouillon cube for a bit of a scale comparison. So that would date the Chinese pagoda at about 500,000 or 500,000 years old. So we're quite fortunate to see it here in this preserved state today.
Someone made that.
So you guys can, in the back, can kind of see that better as we move along this way.
It's blurry.
I know. I know.
What?
Stick to the right, guys. This is for passes.
Running water. Running water.
Alright guys, so please watch as that tour is coming down those stairs right there. If you guys can kind of hold to the railing to your right. And you guys can just kind of line up along this way and make it down to our next stop. Where are you guys from? How far away is that?
3 hours.
Did you guys come here just for this?
Yes.
A lot of people come down for this, and you don't think something this big's down here in your backyard. Alright guys, so if you felt your spine tingling as we've approached these next 2 formations, it is not your fault. It is the fault, in fact, of our next 2 formations right here, the 2 witches. Now, I'll help you point out some of the more difficult to see features on these 2 beings. Up here, we have the brim of her hat, we have her eyeball, her nose, and her mouth with a little bit of drool running down it. And for our second witch here, we have the brim of her hat, her nose with a scar on it, her jaggedy teeth, and her squared off jaw. Now some people like to say that this top one looks a bit like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I personally think it looks like Donatello. Some of my coworkers think it looks like Michelangelo. However, they are wrong. So as we pass along by her, you can see some of the dimples on her chin. And if you look to your right, you can be on that.
See the second one, do you?
I kind of see the second one, not really.
Take a picture of that.
For some reason it reminds me of Prometheus.
Kale. The bat cave. Mom, look at that that's formed on the water. That's cool.
Alright guys, so
Hi, Derek. Derek.
if I can have you guys please watch your heads as we pass along this way. There are some lower ledges. here over the railing, you can see our next formation here. This is our good friend, Mr. Henry the Turtle, named after Henry Wetzel himself. Now, this is the flowstone formation, just like the ones I showed you before. However, this one is inactive, meaning it is not anymore growing. And you can see that by the fact that Henry the Turtle has grown too big for his own good. So the growth of his shell has kind of